Hi, I'm Lucy from Oxford Sling Library, and we have a twin ring sling. And there's not a lot of videos for them on the old internet, so I thought I'd make one that can be a bit of an instruction manual that goes on our Sling Library inventory. But hopefully this is also helpful to everyone out there who may have a twin ring sling. And presumably twins. I mean, if you haven't got twins, not the sling for you. So you can see how I've started. I'm getting this in the middle of my chest. This top hem here, this level is going to determine the height to which I get back support for my baby. So I'm always thinking, okay, yeah, if your neck was there, that puts your head here. This is a nice, safe, hard bit. I do not want my rings low because that's going to put their head in my squishable zone. So I'm going to start with my rings nice and high. And I'm going to take each one across my back. So it's moving like a diagonal. I'm going to gather up the hem. Beautiful. It's going to go through both from the underneath, up and out, and then it's going to U-turn around the inner one and go through. So it looks like that. So it's going through to U-turning and coming back out, going over one, under one. I've described that in about 4 different ways. Hopefully one of those made sense to you. And this is going to be a pouch for my baby. And you can see that I just sorted it out there so that I can pull the top hem and get that tight when I need it to get tight. And I can pull the bottom hem and you can see that that is moving that hem. So I'm going to pre-make a bit of a pouch. So I know I need this section tighter under my baby's knees. So I'm going to pull out some slack in the bottom third. There you go. A bit more tightness in the bottom third. I need to be able to get a baby in. Yeah, I'm using roughly, I'm using relatively small babies, so that should be fine. Fake babies, I should suggest. Yeah, don't just grab babies, that would be weird. So this is staying, yeah, where I want it to be. So again, it's crossing my back hoop, and it is going just like its counterpart through both and out of one. And I'm making a bit of an effort not to get it all horribly twisted as much as possible. But sometimes these things go wrong. So there you go. I'm going to do a little fanning out if need be. Good. All right. And again, I'm pre-making a bit of a pouch. So I want a loose top third, loose middle third, and a tight bottom third. And you can obviously just use 2 single ring slings for your babies as well. And then you end up with 2 sets of rings which sometimes get in the way, which is why the twin ring sling is invented. But the benefit of 2 singles is that you can use them singly. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good pouch. I'm going to start on this side. Hello, fake baby. I'm going to make sure my rings have stayed in position. And then you can see I've got a hand fighting gravity and then my body's fighting flopping. I'm going to invite 2 little legs through. Invite, very yoga word. There we go. And I'm going to sit them down on that little rope of fabric. Hi. So I'm imagining my babies are roughly 3 months-ish. They're on the touch small side. Maybe they were prem. I mean, I've got a whole imagined story for you guys. When I start to name you though, that's when we report, right? Cool. This comes in here and I'm going to sort out that top line. So yeah, I'm imagining my babies are about 3 months-ish. So this position, this leg width is fine. They're happy to get their legs around me. They like living on the hip, that kind of baby. So, and they've got a full head control at the moment, so I've given them support to the top of the shoulders. If I had teenier babies, then I'd be looking at having knees together and support to the nape of the neck. And if I had big babies that could sit up unaided, I might be tempted to give them some arms out and support to the armpits. But for this little baby, I'm imagining that you need shoulder support in the mix as well. Cool. But you can see you're happy, you can breathe, great. I'm just going to do a last check that I can't get your bottom free. Eek. Can nearly get your bottom free. In which case, I'm going to reach, tuck up that fabric between us, and I'm going to bring all the slack around from one knee pit under a bottom to the next knee pit. I'm slightly manipulating my plastic dolls because they don't really have knees. But real babies have knees, and we are more gentle with the real babies. And oh, I've got tangled up. There we are. So many bits of fabric. There we go. And I want to be able to pull out the bottom hem on the right bit. There you go. So it's that section. You can see there's that little bit of slack there. I'm going to pull it out and sink you a bit lower. There you go. You look good. Pretty good. Just going to get that touch tighter. And now if I do that test, eek, you can see I really can't get that bottom loose. Brilliant. Same on the other side. 2 hands up. This is my weaker side because I've got a shoulder injury, so you have to bear with me on this side. Whew. I'm making it look hard, harder than it really is. So it goes on into the knee pits and you sit down. Hello, fake baby. I'm gonna give your sibling a nice view of my armpit while I get this up the back. You are not sitting deeply in this yet, but you will. But you will. Don't you worry. Alright. Now on this side, again because of my bad shoulder, I'm doing it a little bit more hesitantly. So there we go. I snucked up some fabric between them and encouraged them to sit down deeply in it. And now I'm just taking the slack out of the top line. Great. Brilliant. So you've ended up slightly higher. Sorry, fake babies. The way to correct for height difference is to put your baby where you need them to be and pull the whole thing. There you go. Now you're pretty much even. Let me just do a little bottom check for you. Yeah, this is slack. I can just nearly get a bottom out. So again, I'm pulling that slack fabric all the way from my rib cage, under one knee, under a bottom, under the next knee. I've got about 1 inch of slack in the system. Slack is the enemy. And then we pull that out. There you go. You can't really see that, but there you go. It's pulled out. And now I really can't get your bottom out, even if I wanted to. I'm just going to make your legs behave like real baby legs. There we go. Snuggle you down. Okay, that's our twin ring sling. Look at that. You seem to be creeping me out. So yeah, this feels a little bit like my baby's falling in and out on this side. So I'm going to tighten up the whole pouch, lifting your bottom, giving it a tight, and now no one's going anywhere. And again, I'm just looking, I'm supporting their heads if I need to, and making sure that their body doesn't pull away from me if I do a lean. If they do pull away, then they're probably going to end up slumping down, which can cause a bit of an airway risk, especially if they're asleep. So we don't want to allow that chin to get on the chest. I've spread this on my shoulders. I must confess I did a couple of dry runs of this, and I realised that getting that spread early doors is really useful. It's hard to get it out later. So have a little experiment for your comfort. So you don't want it like restricting your breathing or anything, but for me, this feels like a tight t-shirt kind of thing. And it's nice and smooth across my backs. Real babies do that with their legs. Nice. Okay, and then you've just got 2 tiny trip hazards, and you've got options. So if you can't get that top hem tight enough, I'll just faked that, then you can roll that up into a little bit of a sausage and maybe tuck it in the top hem and give your babies a neck pillow. That's an option. Or you can decide that what you need is to reinforce that seat, so it can go under one knee, over one knee, under the other knee, and then maybe tuck up between you. So you've got options for your tails as you need to. Hopefully that was helpful. Good luck.